Hi, I'm Matt Holscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program. Today I want to talk to you what I define as stage one, stupid fights. When people come to my practice, I try to figure out what stage they're in before I start to help them. Stage one is when communication breaks down, the emotional connection's gone, and it usually manifests itself in a lot of stupid fights. Sex has slowed down or disappeared altogether, and perhaps things that were first just angry arguments or annoyances have now escalated to really angry fights where there's yelling and screaming and breaking stuff, or perhaps you've had to throw a partner out or run away from the situation and it takes more than a couple of hours to recover from. If you've had to spend days apart or you've run off to spend the night at your parents' house, you're way into stage one, and it's time to get some help to get rid of these stupid fights and rebuild your emotional connection. With the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program, the first thing I'm going to do is discover what you do for each other that makes each other feel loved. We're going to clearly define several specific actions that you do for your partner and that your partner does for you that makes you feel the most loved. And that's going to be your homework for the first week, is to make your partner feel loved and maintain the emotional connection that you're both going to feel when I'm done with you after the first session. The second thing we're going to do is reconnect the emotional intimacy. Your bodies need to feel each other so that you feel an attachment and you feel loved by your partner. And you'll never do that through talking to them. That only happens with physical contact. So you're going to spend a moment and actually look at your partner and see them as they really are until your partner feels like they've been seen by you. Then you're actually going to hug, and we're going to make that hug a good hug, and we're going to keep that hug until you both relax. If you notice when you hug a friend, you're usually quite tense, you're happy to see them, but it's just kind of a quick little, hey, how you doing? Or here in Miami, we like to give a little kiss, sometimes a double kiss, and that's it, quick, not very intimate. But with your partner, you need to hold them firmly without squeezing them to death, and without rubbing and patting and scratching and moving. Just hug them and feel them until you relax, melt. That moment is when your two bodies have finally come together, and if you can hold that for 30 seconds to a minute, you'll both calm down, your minds will open up, you'll become vulnerable, and now you're in a state of connectedness to where you can discuss solutions instead of feeling like you're in fight or flight and you got to make your point and your partner's got to understand you, your partner's got to know you're right. When your bodies come together, you'll both calm down and relax. Once you're in that state, then I can teach you how to have a 10-minute emotional conversation. Most couples think in problem solution because that's what we're trained in school and that's what we use in business. Your boss doesn't care how you feel about something. They say, give me the problems and either I'll come up with the solution or tell me what the problem is and give me 2 or 3 solutions and I'll choose one for you. But in most cases in relationships, the default conversation needs to be emotional conversation. How do you feel about that? How was your day today? And when you tell that story, you feel all the emotions that you felt throughout the day, but maybe your brain and your heart didn't have a chance to process all of that. And when you talk through it with your partner, it gives you the moment to catch up and process that. And your partner may hear problems and then start offering you solutions, but that's them trying to solve the problem for you instead of just holding the space, making it safe for you to talk. Because as you talk through it, you'll feel those feelings and release them. And any problems that need a solution, you'll come up with them yourself. And anything you do yourself is much more motivating to your heart than anything you're told to do. And this is actually the beginning of the coaching process. What I do for you in the session, I'm actually role modeling to teach you the skill so that you can do it for yourselves at home. I don't want to see you every week for 6 months like a traditional psychologist or therapist. I want to see you for 3 sessions, get you the skills you need, and get you moving on with your life. Because either you will learn these skills and you'll both commit to making them work once you feel the happiness and joy that you can experience in your marriage or relationship. And if you don't, you get the clarity that you need to know that this relationship isn't going to work. But most people at stage 1 really do love their partner. They love everything that they have in their life, and they're just frustrated by the stupid fights. Those stupid fights are bids for attention. When a baby cries, it needs one of 4 things. It needs love, it needs food, it needs comfort, diaper change. Or the last one that most people forget about is sleep. It actually needs to go to sleep, but it's crying to keep itself awake. Once we're an adult, we can do all those things except one. We can't love ourselves. That's why we get into relationships with other people. It's that love that we want. It's that exchange. It's that feeling of oneness with another person when we hug till we relax that we need from our partner and we can't get ourselves. And that's why we get into relationship. And so when you give that to your partner, it's the most beautiful gift you can. And when I show you how this cycle works, stress externally breaks that emotional connection. You both need to come back together and reconnect, calm down, open up to share feelings and emotions about the situation, and then the solutions will come to you, or you'll both be open to discussing a solution as long as you've identified an external criteria for that. So it's not, am I right or are you right? It's what's best for the kids, what's best for our finances. And now the criteria is external, so you don't have to defend and fight so much. You can relax. You can talk about these things intelligently. And this I can help you with in just 3 sessions. So, if you've got a lot of stupid fights and you don't think you can do and apply these tips on your own, I encourage you to call or schedule an appointment with me. They're 90-minute sessions in my private office here in Kendall, Florida, or I can do them over Skype. And I can help you and your partner reconnect emotionally so that you can have the loving marriage that you desire. My name is Matthew Holscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program. I look forward to hearing from you soon.